Hey, hi, hello. It's kind of tough. I've been fine all day. It's 3:26 in the afternoon. And I just got out of bed not that long ago because I realized that this isn't okay. I always thought that I was on the more anxious side of things, but I'm realizing now that might be the opposite. I was just in denial for so long. It's just really hard because if it were up to me, I'd be in bed all day. I wouldn't do anything. And that's not the type of person that I am. Like, I always get up early, to-do list done, to get my workout done. And frankly, lately, I don't care. With this last breakup, I'm realizing that I can't keep being this unhealthy, high-functioning person. I laugh not because it's funny, but of my coping that I have now realized has led me to attach very easily, very fast to people. It's not healthy. So if you're struggling, it's best to feel what you're feeling. Not explain why, because years ago when I lost my father to cancer, I took a look at his life and he did everything right. Everything. This is something I don't share online. I only tell people that are in my circle, more like a triangle. Is that you have to process your feelings, and you have to feel them, and you cannot keep pushing them down. So about 5 years ago, I had decided to leave the relationship that I was in, even though it caused a lot of pain. I found a sliver of self-respect for myself and for my life. And I knew I had a bigger purpose. So I left. And same with this last one too. I also left. It's just tough because I feel like people like me tend to overanalyze their feelings and overthink, and we talk ourselves out of feeling a certain way, and it's not good for you. It's not good for anyone around you either. We're on social media all the time, and that's just a good way to stimulate your mind and to think of something else instead of yourself. Same thing with addictions. Just we numb ourselves physically. We numb our whole vessel. We search for these external things to make us feel good, and we put our attention into others instead of on ourselves. And this is how I know it's serious, and especially during these times. So I'm gonna get back to the basics, and I'm gonna reflect and see what the root cause of it all is, because I can't keep living this way. I'm gonna do my best to put my feelings into what I do, which is working out. I mean, you can't put it into another person. You know what I mean. Just know that this too shall pass, because nothing is forever. All the good, all the bad, like all those moments, they'll pass. That's what I keep telling myself. And that everything happens for a reason too. There's no accidents. My point is that we all struggle, whether we talk about it or not, whether we keep it to ourselves, whether we tell a friend. I just got off the phone with my best friend. I'm okay. John 8 verse, which one is this? 12. Then Jesus spoke to them again, saying, I am the light of the world. He who knows me shall not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. I feel like since I have been trying to get closer, I'm being tested. Just like how we're all being tested. And then my sister actually told me about James. So James says, faith without works cannot be called faith. Faith without works is dead. And a dead faith is worse than no faith at all. Faith must work. It must produce. It must be visible. Verbal faith is not enough. Mental faith is insufficient. Faith must be there, but it must be more. It must inspire action. Throughout his epistle to Jewish believers, James integrates true faith and everyday practical experience by stressing that true faith must manifest itself in works of faith. And the prayer of faith will save the sick, and the Lord will raise him up. And if he has committed sins, he will be forgiven. Confess your trespasses to one another and pray for one another that you may be healed. The effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much. So really, I think it's about reflecting, feeling, and just trusting in God at the end of the day, because he knows us better than we know ourselves. And I'm no one to speak on this, really. I'm just starting my journey with God in my life, willingly having him in my life, because religion was always forced on me growing up. Until I was 18 years old, I had enough of the congregation, being raised around Jehovah's Witnesses, and I have been called recently. It's probably been a couple months now, but to start studying and start really, really humbling myself and prayer and just having faith. Don't mind the people arguing, but I can honestly say my life has gotten better since I had started developing a relationship with God. It's just recently there have been a couple of tests and my mindset definitely being questioned. It's some things that have happened. Obviously, not having my dog and feeling like I have no reason to live has been tough. But anything is possible as long as you have faith in God. So, if you take anything from this video, is that people lie. People will hurt you. You will hurt yourself. But we have to have faith in God. We have to trust in Him. Thank you guys for joining me on this depressive episode of my life. Thank you guys for taking the time to click on this video and listen to what I have to say. But things will get better. We will heal our abandonment issues, our depression, our anxiety, whatever you have going on. Just know it will pass. We just have to pray to God, humble ourselves, and just ask Him for the wisdom, for the strength to keep going. Because all we have to do is ask, and it shall be given. So, thank you guys. I love you all. I'm not going anywhere. And I'll continue being as transparent as possible with you all, regardless of how that looks like. Because this was the reason I started even making videos. I wanted to open myself up more as a person, and even though you get hurt, there's lessons in everything. So, thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate you. Thank you for following along in this journey called life. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.